Hi everybody and welcome to the Mental Toughness and Body Show. My name is Rob Evans and I'm your weight loss coach, health strategist and internationally published author. And today I am going to help create your best body, best level of health ever by telling you about the 7 reasons to have focused eating. Now, what do I mean by focused eating? Well, each day you get up, you eat food, and a lot of the time you're just not conscious of what it is that you're eating. You have established habits over many years, and sometimes maybe you just get up and you don't have breakfast. This is particularly a problem I find with my female coaching clients. A lot of women will not eat breakfast for whatever reason, but they won't do it. I have a bunch of men that don't do it as well. But other times you might say, oh, well, I'll have a breakfast cereal. You might have a muffin for morning tea, or coffee or energy drinks or whatever. But you make choices based on a whole range of different reasons and without having any specific focus around what it is that you are putting into your mouth. So what I want to talk to you today is about making you more focused in what it is that you're eating, because you're going to get a completely different outcome. So number 1 is when you do have focused eating, and I'm talking about eating the right foods at the right time. Before I get into number 1, let me just give you an overview when I'm working with people, how I break it down. It's not about making it complicated for people, it's about making it as simple as possible. Now, I work around 6 meals a day, okay? Breakfast, lunch and dinner and 3 snacks, okay? They don't have to be big meals, they're like little snacks. Now, the first thing I want people to make changes in is the frequency that they are feeding themselves. So every 2 to 3 hours, and starting as early as possible for after 5 a.m. or from 5 a.m. onwards, that's when you want to start eating. And why then? Because you need that much time to get in your 6 meals throughout the day so that you're not eating way too late. So that's the first thing that I look at, how often people are feeding themselves. Then are they getting in 6 meals? And then I look at what is the type of food that they're eating. Are they getting enough plant-based food? Are they drinking enough water? Are they getting too much high energy carbohydrates in, complex carbohydrates like things like rice, pasta, breads, a potato, those kinds of things? Is there too much processed food? What's the balance of fruit versus vegetables? Are people getting enough protein in? Are people eating from a wider variety of foods to take up nutrients from a wider selection of foods? Are people consuming supplements? If they are, what type of supplements? How often are they doing it? And then I'm looking for these consistent patterns in behaviors, because I know I've mentioned a whole range of things there right now. But when I start working with somebody, I don't say, okay, let's change every single thing that you're doing and you must do all of these things from next week in order to be successful. Well, the answer is to that yes, the faster you get to that position, the faster you're going to get better results. But do you have to do it all in one step? Of course not. The smaller you take the step, the more likely it is that you are going to be able to maintain it. Now, what I find is that if I just get people, say in the first week, if they're not having breakfast, for instance, and maybe they're only having 3 or 4 meals, I say, okay, great. This next week, let's focus on getting 1 more meal in, at least. You can do more, but I want you to just focus on getting 1 more meal in, and I want that to be breakfast. And let's also focus on maybe getting in an extra 250 mils of water throughout the day each day. And let's just do those couple of things right now. And if somebody's got some other, really poor habits in there, like they're having fast food every day and that kind of stuff, I'll say, okay, well, let's try and cut that down. But we're not changing everything all at once, because that's often, as humans, we can't cope with a whole bunch of change all at once. You can do it for a little bit, but my job is to make sure that people can do this forever. And so if we implement small changes, they're more stickable, if you like. And then when we get to the next week, we look at, okay, how did that go? And most people will be able to do all of those things and maybe even a little bit more. And say, that's fantastic, well done. Now, how did you rate yourself last week, and no one ever gives himself a 10. They might say, oh, 7. I say, okay, well, why weren't you a 10? I say, oh, well, I don't feel like I got enough plant-based food in, didn't get enough water, or I had a chocolate bar, or I did this or whatever. I say, okay, so in this next week, let's say that we got them up to 4 meals. I say, all right, let's see if we can get another meal in. And when it comes to lunchtime and dinner, let's see if you can get in maybe 2 to 3 cups of plant-based food in there. Let's see if we can do that for this next week. And then I get people to track what it is that they're doing. I review their journal and then give them some feedback about what they're doing. And as we go, I'm always asking them, so did this feel like a big change last week? No, it was really quite simple. How are you feeling now? Oh, well, I'm sleeping better. Actually, one of my coaching clients that I'm working with right now, she has notoriously been a bad sleeper for a long, long time. I mean, we're probably talking over 10 years. And when I say poor sleeper, we're talking broken sleep of a maximum of 4 hours a night, maximum. Now, I just did a coaching session with her today. And out of the last week, one day she slept 6 hours. Every other day she slept 8 hours. No exaggeration. She's now sleeping better. She's feeling good. She's just lost, as of today, 8.8 kilos in 9 weeks. Her goal she had a goal to reach by the end of next week, and she has 500 grams to lose to hit that goal. So she's losing around about just under a kilo a week. She's doing super, super well. And the impact that it's having on her mental health right now is just fantastic. It's just like, it's so great to see. It really is. So that's kind of the background when I'm talking about focused eating. So now let's go through the 7 reasons why it's so important. Number 1, when you get this right, you will have more energy guaranteed. Each person that I'm coaching, that lady that I just said, she's getting more sleep. She's feeling cleaner. She was very much a big bread, rice, pasta eater before. Not too much plant-based food. So in today's session, for instance, I said to her, okay, I can see that you've really taken up your plant-based food over this last week. Now let's try and get some different plant-based food in there. Even if it's just an extra cup of mixed vegetables, let's do an extra cup. And that's her homework for this week. She's doing really well, but she's got so much more energy now. She said what was happening before, and this is just one example that I'm using here, but every client that I've worked with is the first thing they say, I just feel like I've got so much more energy now. She said what was happening was she would go take her dog for a walk, come home and just fall in a heap because she's got no more energy after she's gone for a couple of kilometre walk with her dog. Now she can do that. The dog's more tired than she is, and she can do the things that she wants to do in the evening. So that is really exciting. Now, what can you do with more energy? Well, if you've got more energy, it's up to you. You can do whatever you like with it. I like to say this. This one is really the most poignant one. Let me mention another couple first. If you've got more energy, you're going to be better at business. You're going to think better. You're going to be more productive, more driven. You'll get more sales. You'll have more conversations. You'll be just getting a way, way better outcome from a business perspective. But let's just talk about from a personal perspective right now. You can do better workouts. You could maybe take up a new sport, or you could be better at the sport that you are playing. You can enjoy it more. You can enjoy more activity with the kids. That's a huge one that I have with clients. They say, I just want to have more energy so that I can run around with my young kids and enjoy that without being so puffed. The one that I was going to say before that really gets people, imagine if you've got 20% more energy and you take that extra 20% of energy into the bedroom. I guarantee you, your life will change on a number of different levels. More energy in the bedroom, trust me, your partner will be wrapped. Number 2, it also will help increase your immunity to diseases. Now, obviously right now with COVID, it has a big impact on our immune system. Now, does eating the right thing make us immune from COVID? Well, no, because you can get it through airborne particles and so forth. But the stronger your immune system, the better respiratory system that you're going to have, you are going to be more likely to be able to recover quicker if you do get disease, like an illness or a disease, or you will become more immune because you have a healthier body, a healthier immune system. So that is super, super powerful. You cannot underestimate it. Now, because it's not like putting on a mask or having an injection or something like that, you can't see it happening. It's invisible, but that's also what makes it exciting, because through the food that you're eating, through the nutrients that you're giving yourself, you are making yourself healthier. And that is really exciting, which moves into step 3, which is about optimizing your health. By the way that you eat, it's not just about looking good, it's also about optimizing your health. And I love that word optimize, because you can be healthy, but I want to optimize my health. I want to be in the top 1% of health for my age group. That's where I want to be. Because if you can live in the top 1% of anything in your category, then you are doing exceptionally. I want to be at the cutting edge of high performance in health. And you can be too, and that's what I want for my clients. You have the power to do this, and focusing on the right foods to eat will help you do that. Number 4 is about reducing weight. Let's face it, about 70% of the world's population is considered either overweight or obese. And you ask anyone, you ask athletes, you ask models, you ask me, and most people want to lose, well, people say weight, but it's really about fat. I mean, I'm working on this 6-pack for me, and it's emerging more every single day. I have 34 days to go until my final photo shoot, and it's so, so exciting to see just, melting away. Why is it melting away? Well, I'm training hard, but the food is the key. It's getting the food right that is going to melt all this away. And when you're eating the right food, that's when you're going to start to lose weight. Yes, the food is a powerful part. You've got to get the other components working too with your nutrition and everything. But look, I've worked with so many people that just focus on the food and not so much on the exercise, or they're not doing it, consistently, and they still get a phenomenal result, because the food is so, so crucial to your journey. It is, for some people, 100% of the journey. Now, keep in mind this, if I give you a little example here. Most people know that, yes, I shouldn't be having things like KFC or Macca's or those kind of high processed meals for breakfast, lunch and dinner every day. I mean, common sense would tell you that, well, yeah, that's probably not a smart thing to do, but believe it or not, I've worked with people that is their lifestyle. They buy all their meals like that for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And you know that, well, you probably shouldn't do that, you should do something else, but you don't know what you don't know. And you don't necessarily know how to put together a proper, balanced meal so that you can attack this with confidence. But the point is, even if you took out one of those meals and you did lunch and dinner as fast food, but you just changed breakfast, you will have a better health outcome. You will lose weight because you're consuming less calories. So we need to make sure that we're eating a higher volume of food that's lower calorie, less processed, and that's how we start to get your body processing, burning the fat on its own. So me working towards this 6-pack, if you saw the volume of food that I ate each day, so I'm eating somewhere between 15 to 20 cups of plant-based food a day, and not one of those is fruit. It's all vegetable. Okay, now that's a lot. Now, why is this so powerful? Because my digestive system has to work so damn hard at processing all this food and fiber that my metabolism is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour and burning off all this fat. And yes, I might go to bed feeling a little bit more bloated, but by the morning I can get up and I can see that there is change, especially at this level that I am, because my body fat levels are getting lower and lower, and I can see and feel the change, and it's invisible. And that's what's fantastic about it. It happens while you sleep. It happens while you're sitting at your desk working on your computer. It's just charging away like this, and that's what makes it really exciting. Number 5 is about improving your self-esteem. Think about it like this. focused eating results in more energy, increasing your immunity, optimizing your health, also reducing your body weight, making you slimmer, making you sexier. What does that do? It increases your self-esteem. The number of people that I work with, men and women, that tell me that they are really lacking confidence in themselves because of the fact that they've let themselves go a little bit, their health has slid a bit. And certainly during COVID, I'm getting more people coming to me because for them and their children, I'm picking up children, like child clients as well, because their parents are worried about their kids with the amount of screen time they've had, lack of activity that they've had. And it's having an impact on the child's self-esteem. It's having an impact on the adult's self-esteem as well, because they feel like their body is not where they want it to be, it's not where it used to be, and they don't feel good about it. So this is something that you can control. Focused eating will give you a better outcome, and it will make you feel better. You'll feel more, as I say, more energized, and just feel good about what it is that you're doing for yourself. You've taken control, you've made a change, you're getting results. That makes you feel good about yourself. It makes you feel proud as the body fat is reducing, you're fitting into old clothes again. We're about to hit summer here in another 2 weeks' time. People are starting to derobe a little bit. Eventually we'll get back to the beach. Maybe people want to get into a bikini or just get their shirt off if they're a guy. And they want to feel good about what it is that they've done during COVID and how they feel about their body. Number 6, it'll have a dramatic impact on improving your mental health. For all those reasons above that I've said. Well, even if you look at that last one in improving your self-esteem, that's a huge win for your mental health. But again, because you're taking ownership of the focused food that you're eating, that in itself sends a message to your brain that I have decided to do something, I'm doing it consistently, I am getting this outcome, I am looking good, I am feeling good. Tick to mental health. This is a good process for me. I'm enjoying it. That's how it works. Last step. Focused eating will get you the sexy body that you want. Absolutely. It just depends on you and one, what you consider sexy. If you want some help with that, go to awakenthesexywithin.com.au. You can grab a copy of my book. You can also grab a copy of our online program if you want to go to that next level. And that will help you work out, well, what does sexy mean to you? How do you get there? How do you bust through all these fears and things that have been stopping you for your whole life? How do you do that? For me, this year, I determined that sexy for me is about having the best looking body I have ever had in my entire life and do something that I've never been able to do through the toughest time ever in my life to achieve this six-pack and look amazing and be proud of it and do it just for me. And that's my journey this year. And I'm going to look damn hot. And I'm going to feel sexy and know that I've gotten to the place that I want to get to. Now, the irony in all that is that I don't have a partner, so no one's going to enjoy it apart from me, but that's fine with me. So it really comes down to the standard that you set for me. Set for yourself. Sexy for you may not be a six-pack. Getting a six-pack is hard work. It sure is. And that may be what you want, and fantastic, we can get you there. But if sexy for you is a size of clothes, if it's, wearing a certain outfit and feeling confident and sexy because of that, then that's fantastic. It's the definition that you come up with for that. But I guarantee you this, if you do not have focused eating, a sexy body won't just accidentally show up. So to recap the 7 reasons to have a focused eating mentality. Number 1, it's going to increase your energy. Number 2, it's going to increase your immunity to disease. Number 3, it's going to help optimize your health. Number 4, it's going to have a dramatic impact on reducing your fat levels, your body fat percentages, and your weight. Number 5, it's going to have a really positive impact on improving your self-esteem. Number 6, it's going to have a dramatic positive impact on improving your mental health. And number 7, you will get the sexy body that you crave. Now, if you would like more information about this, if you want me to create a plan for you, whether it's a workout plan, whether it's a meal plan, like today, I just, while I was going to pick up my daughter from school, actually, I've got a client who I met at an event a couple of years, maybe it was over a year ago, and she got in touch with me and said, look, can you create a strength program for me? And I said, no problem. And then she wants me to create a meal plan for her too. So if that's something that you want, whether it's a one-off program, whether it's an ongoing program, go to thementaltoughnessandbodyshow.com, opt in for a free consultation there with me, and we'll have a conversation and we'll work out what's right for you. Trust me, focused eating will change your life. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.